Hi there, welcome back to the second deck tech of Indulgent Week for me. Today's deck tech is one of the ones that I started building when Forgotten Realms first came out. I picked up the actual Commander deck, the one they sold at the time, and then looked at it and went, yeah, I really don't like this, and put it to one side. Recently, I've played this deck a few times on stream, and I've really enjoyed it. So I've actually slight change. Instead of building a paper deck and then building it on stream, I've actually built it on stream and now building it in paper. So, what card am I talking about? Well, the card that I'm actually talking about today is Prosper, Tome-Bound, 2 black and red for a 1/4 Tiefling Warlock, legendary creature. It's got Death Touch, that kind of helps. And it says, at the beginning of your end step, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. And Pact Boon, whenever you play a card from exile, create a treasure token. So it gives you a little way of exiling stuff, which is quite nice. But if you can exile stuff yourself and then play it, you're going to get a whole load of treasure tokens. Yes, it's that good. I really do in playing Prosper. Now, I had a quick flick around when I was originally building this deck a while back, and I see that Prosper's becoming one of the more regular appearances in some of the higher level decks. So I'm talking about power level 8, 7, 8 upwards. My one may not be on that level, I'll be honest now. Mine's more of a bit of fun for me to play at my local club, but it can be improved and it can be changed. And this one's a little bit different of a deck tech on what you might have seen before. So here we go. Here's the deck list. Start with the usual, all the blue, I keep doing it, black, red lands you could ever want to see. We've gone with quite a heavy amount of mountains and swamps, mainly because I haven't got anything else to put in online and, well, in real life. Temple of the False God, Reliquary Towers there, Path of Ancestry's there, Luxury Suite, Foreboding Rooms, they're all here. And it's basically the stuff I do have in real life, hence why there's not some of the more expensive original dual lands in the deck. So, rest of the mana ramp, Lotus Bloom, Mox Tantalite, Soul Talisman, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Charcoal Diamond, Fire Diamond, Solemn Sim, they're all here, the usual suspects all around for this one. But I've taken a slightly different route for this, because what I've looked at is a lot of the cards that have got suspend. And I know I've mentioned Soul Talisman and Mox Tantalite, but if they happen to go off while you've got Prosper in play, as well as getting the nice mana from them, you also get a treasure token, because when they're suspended, they're in exile. It says it on the card. Rather than cast this card from your hand, pay 1 and exile it with 3 time counters on it. It's exiled. As far as the game's concerned, it's exiled, so you get the treasure tokens. So, went down quite a lot of suspend cards that you may have not seen before, but here we go. A little bit of fun for this one, and it's quite fun to play it, so I'm enjoying it. Right, so, glimpse of tomorrow. Shuffle all permanents you own into your library, then reveal that many cards from the top of your library. Put all the non-aura permanent cards revealed this way onto the battlefield, and then put the rest on the bottom of your any order. Yep. There's a lot of permanents in the deck. There's not going to be many spells. We'll get quite a few things out of this, which is quite nice. Including maybe some fancy lands. That'd be quite cool. Wheel of Fate, just a cheap version of our Wheel of Fortune. Hence why I've got Wheel of Fate in here, not the Wheel of Fortune, because I'm not spending that sort of money in real life. Going on from there, Vampiric Tutor. Yep. Strike It Rich is quite fun. Pay 1 red mana, get a treasure token. So it doubles your mana on the next turn, and you can flash it back if you really need to by turn 3 in theory you could have 5 mana available if you hit your land drop, so it's quite good fun. Elixir of Immortality, just shuffle everything back in as usual. Direfleet Daredevil, exile, enters the battlefield, exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard. Right, so you want to, although it's a 2/1 with first strike, if you need it as a blocker, fine. You want to be playing this card later in the game when you can take advantage of exiling that instant sorcery with Prosper in play and going to cast that sorcery there and then to get your treasure token. Bear it in mind. It's a red deck. I actually do own Dockside Extortionist in real life, hence why it's in here. Sorry. Magda, Brazen Outlaw, just another way of getting his treasures. And if we do get quite a few treasures, we've got a couple of dragons coming up that we can just sneak into play using Magda's ability. Or go and get some of the artifacts we may need. I'm thinking maybe Academy Manufacturer that you can see on the screen at the moment, or Solemn Simulacrum if it comes to it, but bear that in mind. Kala in just for another treasure, and whenever another creature enters the battlefield, if you pay the treasure to do it, you get +1/+1 counter on it. Seems like a good plan to me. Croxer. Yeah, okay. I decided to play Croxer. I've picked one up now. It's probably going to turn up in any black-red decks I play for a while as I get bored playing it, so it's here. Terminated for a little bit of target removal along with Poison the Cup. Briggy is a real necessary card in this sort of deck, and you need to cast it as a half-elf Horn of Bounty for the red and the fall side of it. So you discard a card, exile the top two, play them. That's what you need to be doing with Prosper. Briggy itself, really nice if you need to, cast a spell and get the red mana, fine, I get that. But you're not boasting anything in this deck, but discarding the stuff to exile and then play them from exile is really good. Bear it in mind. So it's the Horn side you want to be playing with this rather than the God side, so keep that in mind. Chaos Warp is quite a nice little bit of saving thing. If someone tries to blow up your nice legendary artifacts and you have Chaos Warp, you can actually Chaos Warp your own card back into your library. But it also deals with annoying permanent that might be about to kill you, so keep that going. Light up the stage, automatically put the cards in exile. So, yep, and obviously if we can get some life lost by an opponent somehow, Croxer, maybe. Don't know. Whichever way you want to do it, just try and get it off for the spectral cost instead of the full cost. Rift Bolt is suspended. Suspend it when Prosper's in play. Thank you. Get the treasure token when it goes off. Thanks. Great. Yep. Zorn helps us get more treasure tokens, which works really nicely with Prosper. And Academy Manufacturer, does that as well. So, yeah. You get some food, you get some clues as well, which can help. Theatre of Horrors is an unusual one. This was originally in Ravnica Allegiance. There you go. Just checked it. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. During your turn, if an opponent lost life this turn, you may play land cards and card spells from among the cards exiled with Theatre of Horrors. So once you get to a point where you've got a fair amount of mana, 4 mana, ping someone, and then go and cast your stuff or play your lands. Play a card from exile, get a treasure token. Yeah, it works really nicely with Prosper. Hitokitsu, Devouring Chaos. Sacrifice creature scry 2, and then you can pay 3 and exile the top card of your library. Play that card this turn. When you exile a non-land card this way, it also deals damage to any target. So, yeah, can't complain. Damnation, control the board. Gonti, everyone knows that exiles stuff, and you can play them from exile, so hence why Gonti's here. Outpost Siege, you could definitely do the dragons bit, but you're probably going to do the Khan side of it just to go and get the cards exiled. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library until the end turn, you may play that card. Yep, thank you. Pirate's Pillage, just for a little bit of ramp and discard. Throws of Chaos because it cascades, so it does the same thing, so it exiles the thing you're cascading into, and then you get to play it. So, yeah, nice. And you get to retrace this as well, which is really quite cool. Atushi, the Blazing Scar, gives some treasure tokens if you really need them. Really good if it dies when you've got Academy Manufacturer in play, obviously. But beyond that, you're going to be exiling the cards most of the time. Chandra Pyromancer, just so we can exile the top card of a library and play it. That's the only reason that's here. Likewise, JFR Negotiators come in. Excuse me. For the -1, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one, play that card this turn. But, also gives you a blocker if you need it. So, yeah. Can't beat a little bit of a Red Monk with prowess with the amount of creature spells we've got on this deck. Shivan Sand Mage. This is in because we can suspend it for 1, which is fine. It comes off 4 turns later and takes some time counters off other things. There are some things coming up we might need time counters removed from. So, Tectonic Giant. Attacks, becomes target, exile cards. Lovely, thank you. Unexpected Windfall for the card draw and Arctic tokens. Solomon spoken about. Reveling Riches is a backup win condition. It is quite easy to get 10 treasure tokens with this deck, and at the beginning of your upkeep, obviously, if you've got 10 or more treasures, you win the game. And it's really quite easy to do with this deck, quite blindingly so that Treasure of Reveling Riches automatically becomes a target of every bit of enchantment removal anyone can find, quickly followed by your life total becoming the target for everybody as well for upsetting them by playing it. But, as long as it doesn't get exiled. Elixir. Ginny, the Midnight Sky. I just want another dragon in my deck, really. I thought if I'm going to have one dragon, I might as well have another dragon. But when it does die, discarding the cards and getting your opponents to lose a life ain't the worst take. Likewise, Tegrid's Shadow is there for the full tell ability because it's exiled. Keldron, exiled, suspended, goes to the exile zone, tokens, great. Vrapsicus Dragon comes into play and gives us a couple of treasure tokens, so technically this only costs you 3, but you still have 5 mana in play to play in the first place, but you get 2 back more or less instantly. Bituminous Blast has Cascade. You'll have full damage to target creature. I'm sure you're about to find a target to get that Cascade trigger as well. Suspended, Corpulent Corpse. The fear is quite interesting. Not many people are playing black. There's a few more artifact creatures around at the moment I give you because of everything that's going on with the Brothers' War. But, you know, it's quite fun. Just remember, everything that's got suspend on it does get you a treasure token if you've got Prosper in play. So, like Mind Stab, discard the cards. Black Deck, Grave Titan. Yeah. Rakisa Debaser, I just wanted to go and nick people's creatures when that attacks, so that seemed like a good plan to me. Mirror March, just so we can double up on some of our tokens if we need to. Copper Dragon for more treasure tokens, help us win with Revel and Riches. Doomscar Titan, just because it's got Foretell on it, and I believe that triggers as well. Ertai gives us creatures, cards that have been exiled, which we can play. With Prosper in play, we get the treasure tokens. Pardic Dragon is here. This is one of the reasons I had in the Sand Mage over here, because we're probably going to need to take Suspend Temperatures off this to get it into play at any stage of the game. Brainstealer Dragon, just so we can exile top card of each opponent's library. Treasures. Pithis is suspended, so yeah, destroys something, gains some life. Brass's Bounty for more treasure tokens, helps with our Revel and Riches. Gargadon is suspended, so gain more treasure. Blasphemous Act to control the board. Commune with Lava, exile all the cards we can, and then play them until the end of next turn. You may play those cards, that's quite nice. And then Greater Gargadon, just to sack everything off to and get a 9/7 hasty into play at some stage that will give us a treasure. And that's it. That's going to be my paper version of Prosper. Obviously, it's not going to be as competitive as some of the other ones that are available on MTGO. But, you know, if you think I've missed something that's reasonably priced to buy, let me know in the comments down below. You know, because you've hit the like button, you've hit the subscribe button now. You can leave me a comment. I respond to all my comments where I can. So, you know, enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you either on my Twitch stream. Yeah, link down below. Go and give me a follow. YouTube, I'll be back. Leave me a comment. But that's it really, so hopefully I'll catch up with you soon. I hope you enjoyed this deck tech, and I will be back with another one later in the week. Take care. Bye.